All right, joining us now by Zoom is our go-to automotive expert, David Zoia, a WardsAuto analyst. David, first question to you tonight. We've been following this potential strike for weeks now. Now that it's here or potentially here, why only one plant here in Michigan, that Ford Michigan assembly, final assembly and paint? Why was that selected?
Well, for one thing, it's a hot segment. So, hitting them in that popular sport utility truck segment is critical to the companies. I think targeting only one plant is strategic too. He can amp things up as the talks go on a little, more this way. So he's starting low, putting some pressure on, and there's that threat to expand it.
Yeah, there are three plants that will go on strike, of course. The one we just talked about in Michigan, the Stellantis plant in Toledo, and GM Wentzville Assembly in Missouri. But do we know the reasoning behind these other two?
Well, same thing. Those are again, the Jeep plant's a very popular sport utility plant for them, popular products, high margin products. So companies make a lot of money off of those. And the GM plant's the mid-size pickup, so similar to what's going on with Ford. Again, a hot segment, a very high margin truck for the automaker.
David, what's the inside word that you're getting on how long this strike might go? I know the union has been preparing for this strike for more than a year, or at least that's what workers tell me. But any idea? I mean, are we talking days? Are we talking weeks? Are we talking months?
Yeah, it's so hard to say. This whole strategy of striking them all at once is something we've never seen before. So it's certainly amping up the pressure, I think, on all three companies. But really no idea that at this point they still seem sort of far apart, as Ford indicated. So it could drag on for a while.
So who do you think will get hurt the most by this? The workers? I know they're fighting for a lot. The auto companies, or our economy here in Michigan?
Yeah, if it's a long strike, it would definitely affect the economy here in Michigan. And certainly the workers, they'll get strike pay, but it's not the same as their wages. The companies are in a tough spot as well. Nobody wins in a strike, and I think that's what we'll have here. The companies are they'll be hurt on revenue, and they've got a lot of investment to make a new product. So it'll be everybody will have some pain.
I know we keep hearing them going back and forth. Is there a middle ground here? I mean, the auto companies have returned with some concessions already, but in your opinion, what really needs to happen for the auto companies and the union to bend and come to some sort of agreement? Are we talking pay? I know they're talking about pensions, healthcare, and this two-tier system, or are we talking about all of the above?
Yeah, I mean, there are big issues in these talks. The wages, they're still far apart on that so far. But then you have these other big issues, things like the two-tier system, COLA pay, the ability to strike at a plant that's earmarked for closing. Those are all huge issues. And the UAW wants some representation at these new electrification plants, which are joint ventures. So big hurdles in a lot of those cases. And I think there's a lot of ground to cover there.
Certainly. I know a lot of people are hoping that if there is this strike at midnight, it won't be long, but I know you're going to be following it, and so will we. David Zoia, thank you so much for your expertise as always. We so appreciate you.
Thanks a lot.